Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Last Kingdom Season 1, Episode 3. Yesterday I watched the two first episodes. If you want to see my reaction videos about these two first episodes, I'm gonna try to put the links, into the eye. That was great, to begin this show with the two first episodes. That was a good beginning, to discover the show, to meet the characters, to discover their issues, to discover what is the story, that story. We're gonna follow Uthred. I think that I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not sure of that, but I think that it's like that. I'm gonna get used to pronounce it, with episodes and with them talking about him and pronouncing his name, but for now, I'm like that. I'm still hesitating a little about that. He's the heir of a land in England, but he was kidnapped by Vikings who killed his father, but finally he embraced the culture of the Vikings, and his master, Ragnar, considered him as his son, but he was killed, and now he has a lot of enemies. The person who killed his second father and who kidnapped his daughter, we are still not aware of what is happening for her now, and I think that it's gonna be important. I think that she can be an important character. During the first episode, I had the impression that she was gonna become, an important character, so I cannot wait to have news about her, because Sven wants to marry her and is a psychopath, so I'm worried about her. And also these enemies told that he was the one who killed his second father, so he has Uber and the other Vikings as enemies. He went to Wessex to talk to Alfred, and Alfred was like, how can I trust you? You're not really a Saxon anymore, and you're maybe a Dane, but not really, because Danes are against you. I can't trust you, so he went to spy on the Vikings for Alfred, and he said information that were useful for Alfred, for a battle, for organizing a battle, so now Alfred is gonna believe him. Still, for me, I don't know if he can be really against the Vikings after all of his story. That's gonna be hard for him, to choose a side. Okay, right there he told Alfred informations, but can he be really on his side? Can he really forget all of what he lived with the Vikings? Can he really forget that culture that he embraced? Can he forget the gods, Can he forget also the daughter of Ragnar if he's hearing news about that? I think that for now he thinks that she's dead, but if he's hearing that she's still alive, is he gonna go to save her, to do something for her? That young Ragnar, is he gonna believe him? Is he gonna believe his truth about him not being the killer of his father? We'll see about that. I'm still not sure of what he can do really, if he can really be against the Vikings. For now, he wants to stay alive, for sure, so Alfred is his best option for that. He wants his land back, and again, Alfred can be his best option for that, because Alfred wants to unite England when Vikings are gonna be defeated, so Uthred can be a really good ally for that, because he is the true heir of his land. I'm not gonna pronounce his land because each time I want to lose when I'm pronouncing it. That's a funny name, So yes, for now he is his best option, but is it gonna be always the case? I don't know. And can he be really against the Vikings? And right there, he just gave information, but maybe at some point he's gonna be forced to kill for Alfred, to kill for the Saxons, to kill Vikings for the Saxons, and can he do that really? That's something that interrogates me. I love also his companion, his girlfriend. I think that we can name her like that, Brida, because she has a big mouth, and I love women with character, with strong character. But for now, we always saw her with him, and I want to know more about her story. Like, at first she wanted to go find a new master to serve, and she's choosing to follow him because I think that she has feelings for him. But what about her story? What about her parents? What about... Yes, I want to know more about her. Because like I said at the end of the last episode during my review, I love the show for now because of the story, because of these historic facts that I'm discovering, and I think that it's a really great show for that. It's an action show, but it's really more an historic show than shows like Vikings or Peaky Blinders. It's really more about facts and what happened, and I love that. But I want also more about the characters. I love shows that can do both of these things, you know, writing a story, progressing into the story, but also write well characters and make them evolve, show emotions. I love when characters are expressing feelings, thoughts, and for now I have the impression that they are just living things, you know, that are just progressing into the story. Again, I love that because I'm learning a lot of stuff about what happened during that period of time. I'm learning a lot of historic stuff, and I love historic shows for that. I want also to connect with the characters, and the best thing for connecting with characters is to learn stuff about them, about their story, about their backgrounds, to make, you know, connection with them, but also to have them expressing feelings, expressing thoughts, and that's how you can be in empathy with them, with the characters. So I want that, you know, I'm missing that, to be really connected with the characters and involved with them into the story. For now, I'm really not involved into the show. I'm really loving it for what it is, but I'm not involved into it because I'm not connected yet with the characters. I'm gonna try to not compare the show with Vikings today. That's hard, you know, for me because I'm still watching Vikings. I'm on the final season of Vikings with you guys. If you don't know that, I'm gonna put right there the playlist of the show that I made, you know, for my reaction videos about it. But you know, it's something that I'm keeping on mind, even if we are into the break, you know, of the middle of the season. That's something that still I have into my head. So that's why I'm still thinking about it, and maybe I'm gonna still mention it, but I'm gonna try to stop comparing the two shows. I already did that during the two first episodes. I already talked about the difference into these two shows, in my opinion, about the way that they are producing it, that they are writing it, that they are filming it. So if you want to have my opinion about that, go check the two first episodes, but I'm gonna stop, you know, comparing the two shows. Maybe I'm gonna mention it, but not for comparing, just for talking about the fact that in Vikings we have the Vikings side, you know, and we are rooting for the Vikings, and into this show we are on the other side. I'm not yet rooting for them, you know, but I'm on the other side, and that's great, you know, to have information about what happened into the other side. But that's also disturbing me, you know, because I'm so in love with Vikings because of the show Vikings. So to see them as savages, there were savages, you know, and they did bad stuff, but in Vikings in the show Vikings, they are not showing that. So to have that side of them really like that, in a brutal way, that's disturbing me a little. I have to say it, to be honest with you, by seeing it. But I'm gonna try to not say it, you know, at the end of this episode and during the rest of the season. Today I'm gonna watch 3 episodes normally, if I have the time. Again, I'm trying to hurry a little when I'm watching these shows during the next days, because I'm gonna be on holidays. When you are watching this, I'm already on holidays. So I already planned all of the videos for the time that I'm not going to be present right here in my apartment, because I don't want you to feel the difference. I want you to have your 5 episodes each week. So you're gonna have them, but me, I have to hurry a little when I'm filming, but also I'm editing a lot of videos during these days. Like, I'm just working for you for now. I'm not really working for myself, you know, for my personal stuff and working stuff, because I want to give you your videos when I'm not gonna be there. That's why maybe I'm not as present as I can be usually into the comments. I'm gonna try to respond to you like I'm usually doing, but I'm not gonna be as present, you know, it's not gonna be as quick than usually. Stop talking and let's go for this episode 3! I'm glad. I'm really glad. I'm really glad because, you know, at the end of the second episode, I said that I was missing some things about the characters, you know, their thoughts, their feelings, something about them, and I had that during this episode because we had some information about Brida, some really things to understand her more, to understand her point of view more, to understand that she cannot be with the Saxon. That's not possible for her because she really considers herself as a Dane. So she was waiting for young Ragnar to return, and he returned, and of course she's gonna live with him. That's logical. Even if she had still the baby, I think she was gonna live with him, I think. So that was great, you know, to learn how she's functioning and what she really thinks about all of this situation. Of course she loves Uthred, and of course she wanted to be with him, but not above all, you know. She's a Dane, she's loyal to the Dane, she wants to be with them, and she's gonna follow Ragnar, she's gonna follow the young Ragnar. And also we had more times with Uthred to understand him, how he's thinking, how he's functioning. And I said during my review of the second episode that I wanted more about him being conflicted about the fact that he's not a Dane, he's not a Saxon, and he can't fight really against one or the other one, but he has to choose. So I wanted to see him conflicted by that. I had the impression that it was too easy during the first episode how he was thinking. He had a goal, he was following this goal, but I said during the review of the last episode that he cannot just be defined by the fact that he wants his land back. With all of his story, with what he suffers, with losing his two, you know, fathers, one Saxon and one Dane, of course he has to be a complicated character, and of course he has to be conflicted by that. And I'm glad because we had that also during this episode. That conclusion at the end really let me think that he's gonna be on the Saxon side, because he has trouble to define him. He's not a Saxon anymore because he embraced the cultures of the Danes, of the Vikings, but he cannot be a Viking neither because he wants to have his land back. And I think that this choice, you know, to not follow Ragnar, to stay right there with Uthred and to place his goal, his objective of having his land back above all, that's really the true choice that he can make, and that's proving that he's more on the Saxon side than on the Dane side, or even on his own side, you know. Okay, he's doing that for him, he's doing that for having his land back, but that choice is really the thing that can push him on the Saxon side. Yes, he's accepting that he's Ragnar's son, but he wants to be Uthred from his land. Again, I'm not gonna say that name because that sounds ridiculous when I'm saying it, because that makes me laugh. But above all, even if he's Ragnar's son, even if he's proud of that, he wants to be the alderman of his land. So that choice, to be that one, to be Uthred from that land, it's more than to be Uthred, Ragnar's son. Yes, that's really interesting, you know, for the characters, for understanding them. I said that during my intro that I was missing moments with them talking about their thoughts, talking about their feelings, and making choice for themselves, not just for the story, you know, not just for the historic part of the show. And we had that during this episode, so I'm really glad because now I have everything that I like about historic shows and shows in general. We have a story which is interesting and which is progressing, and we have characters who are talking about their thoughts, their feelings, and who are evolving because of that. That choice that he made at the end, that's gonna be something that's gonna make him evolve a lot. Is it gonna accept to have a Saxon wife? That's another story. I mean, the pagan, the Viking side of him, maybe, I don't know. I mean, can he forget Brida just like that and have this wife, this new wife? Maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure of that. That's it. I think that I love Uthred, you know, I love this character, not the man, come on, but I think that I love his character because he's clever, because he's malicious also, because he's thinking in a clever way, and I appreciate also his principles and values. I edited the episode about him when we met him yesterday, and I know how to translate that now. He's a frog stoop. I don't know if you are using this expression in US or in Great Britain, please tell me that on the comments. But in French we are saying a frog stoop for persons like that who are really like thinking just about God and doing stuff just for God and all of that. So yes, that side of him, I'm like that, but I'm liking it also because it's really something that defines him, and that's really something that can push him to do good stuff. I think also maybe wrong stuff because of this conversation that he had with the father before during the last episode about the fact that they are fighting against Vikings for God, but they are not trying to convert them, they are just killing them, and that was something that, you know, was making him think. I love that he's thinking about that because it shows what man he is, you know. But yes, that's something that, you know, that I'm keeping on mind for the next episode, for the choice that he's gonna have to make. But yes, I'm beginning to like him, even if he's not loyal to his wife. I think that for now it's just something like that, but that can be important for the future, you know. If our wife is learning that he's betraying her, can she switch, you know? And also, you know, the nephew is stupid, but stupid people can do dangerous stuff, so I'm afraid of that. For now, he's represented as someone that we cannot be afraid of because he's just a child, because he's just insolent, you know, he's just saying bad words and that's just words and they can really control him, but I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure that they can control him for a long time. Stupid people can do stupid stuff, even more if it's for powers, even more if it's for having the crown. How long can he be just like that? Like, just right there, he was not with the monks. Why? He was supposed to be with them, and I don't know. We'll see about that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this review right now and I'm gonna watch the episode 4. It's gonna be on another day for you, but in just 10 minutes for me. So it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.